Thanks, Tanner. Hello and welcome to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. I'm Zach Mackey. On this Monday edition of the program, we take a look at how the Iowa volleyball team plans to improve under a new coach. But first, news from the Iowa soccer complex. Iowa soccer was in action earlier today at home against Butler. Head coach Dave Diani and squad improved to 4-0 on the season with a 3-2 win over the Bulldogs. Chloe Lacoste, Aubrey Larson, and Melanie Pickard each accounted for a goal in the win. The Iowa field hockey team has been vocal in their opposition of the firing of former head coach Tracy Griesbaum. Over the weekend, the team posted this photo to their Facebook page called Reinstate Tracy Griesbaum. It shows them in warm-up shirts with the letters TG that read, "We support our coach." Griesbaum was fired on August 4th after allegations of bullying. And to fill us in more on how these teams performed, I'll toss it to our Monday evening whip-around crew. Take it away, guys.
Hello and welcome to our Monday evening whip-around. I'm Jessica Fobert out here at Carver Hawkeye Arena to talk about the volleyball team. This weekend, the ladies opened up their season at the Texas A&M Invitational. They fell to the Aggies, but rallied to beat UTSA and swept Tulane. But head coach Bon Szymanski said he was proud of the team and that it was great to win. The freshmen Jess Janota and senior Alex Lovell were named to the all-tournament team. This weekend, they'll be back in action at the Arizona State Invitational. Now to talk about soccer, I'll toss it over to Austin Luce. Austin?
Thanks, Jessica. I'm out here at the University of Iowa Soccer Complex where the Hawkeyes won their home opener last Friday night against the Fresno State Bulldogs by a score of 3-0. This Friday, the Hawks will travel to Ames to take on the 2-3 Cyclones in the first of many Cy-Hawk games in the 2014 and 15 school year. Now I'll send it over to Taylor Bartz where she's at the women's field hockey field with more info on that team.
Thanks, Austin. I'm here at Grant Field, home of Iowa Field Hockey, where the university's 20th ranked Hawkeyes just wrapped up their weekend at the ACC Big Ten Challenge in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, finishing 1-1. The Hawkeyes beat number 11th ranked Wake Forest by a score of 4-1 and came up short against number 2 ranked North Carolina, also 4-1. The Hawkeyes will return to action this Thursday at their home opener against number 6 ranked Virginia. That's going to do it for us here on this week's Whip Around. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that, guys. While it's still too early to measure success under new head volleyball coach Bon Szymanski, I caught up with the team on what they're trying to do to be #great today.
Iowa volleyball has struggled in the past, but the Hawkeyes with a new coach have a new mentality.
When you believe that you can win, that's when you will actually do it. And of course, along the way, it's lots of reps, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But we'll get that time for sure. You know, that's what practice is for, and you know, that's the kind of the maturation process as an individual athlete. But that's technical.
Szymanski says volleyball is no different than any other sport. A lot has to do with your attitude, and he is changing the attitude through social media.
Great today is our slogan this year that we're using with our team, and it's just the challenge that we have to make sure that everything we're doing every single day, we're striving to be our individual best, and then that will help us become our collective best as a group.
#great today is catching on, and the athletes are buying into it.
Well, I think part of being great today is also about the idea of change, and I think that our program has definitely been in need of change the last few years. We're really, really excited to just have Bond here and to bring us into a positive direction with our record and with our team and with what we want to do physically on the court and off the court.
It's so great because a lot of people outside the program have bought into it, and that's what makes it so special, is because we see a bunch of fans and people who are starting to turn their heads towards Iowa volleyball using it. So something that started with just within our little group of 16 girls has now turned to a greater audience, which is fantastic for our program.
For Daily Iowan Sports, I'm Zach Mackey.
The squad is currently 2-1 on the season. That will do it for me here in the sports studio. Be sure to tune into tomorrow for coverage of Iowa football's media availability. We'll hear from head coach Kurt Ferentzen's squad as they look ahead for their second game of the season against Ball State. Tanner, Greta, back to you at the desk.